here we are, a bit upside down. There we go. A little bit of a prayer for the patch. Anyway, this is out of my Advanced Elements Expedition kayak, and a few days ago, during the cold weather, I pumped it up. I may have gone slightly over 1 psi, but normally I just say that is good enough. That's about 1 psi. But anyway, I had a hole appear here and here in the seam. Now normally a lot of people say you can't repair seams done and dusted, but I've successfully repaired seams even right in the corner there before, and they're still holding to this day. But anyway, what I did was, where the holes were there, I buffed down the material to get rid of the shine. I used a mech cleaner to make sure that it was solvent free and grease free and everything else for the glue. I cut a patch, which you can just see in there, with curved corners, that was big enough to go across here and about halfway, so there's no chance of any air leaking from around here. You always go for bigger than what you need if you're going to do a repair like this. And what I did was I used a 2-pack PVC glue, and these patches here are actually off an old kayak. I had a Zepro kayak which blew at the seams, so I cut lots of spare material. This is reinforced PVC material as well, so that if ever I need to do some repairs, I've got some. But I cleaned off the glue from this on both sides using mech, and the surfaces were already fairly matte, so I didn't need to buff it down. And then what I did was I mixed up enough 2-pack PVC glue. The 2-pack comes with a PVC glue and a fast acting hardener, which makes it really very, very strong. So I've covered the area more than sufficiently than what I needed with PVC glue. On this side of the boat, on the patch, I've let them go touch dry, used the hairdryer, let it go touch dry, and then put another layer of PVC glue over the area and the patch, and then I let it dry to touch dry. And then what I did was, with this deflated, I put the patch on really quickly, and I use this tool here. This is what we use in the car trade for putting on patches on the inside of the tyre. And what I did was I pushed down with a decent amount of effort, and I made sure that got all of the air out of the patch, all the way across, get all the air bubbles out and go all the way along the seams, and take it right up to the edge, and you'll see the glue comes out and you'll get a really nice seal. Now, because I was concerned that this was the bow and that I might inadvertently catch the patch with my feet, which I don't want to do because I wear wetsuit boots, I decided to go belt and braces over the top of this, and I made a bigger patch to cover the actual patch that's doing the hard work underneath, that's doing the job underneath, and that's given me a proper belt and braces. And again, I went over the top with 1 layer of PVC glue on the underside of this patch as well. This was all clean, and you can see I've curved the corners there, cut the corners and nice and curved. And then I gave it a second application, and then what I did was I put it straight on, and the same as the first one, I went all the way over, made sure the glue came out of the edges around along here, and very importantly I followed the contour of the patch underneath to make sure that I got as much of this sitting as close into the seam so that the glue was sitting in there as I could. Now, the thing with this 2-pack glue is that it's an impact adhesive, but with PVC it also slightly makes the PVC go soft. It slightly melts it, so you not only get like the bonding from the glue, but you also get like a chemical sort of reaction that makes the PVC, the two PVC areas adhere to each other. And you can see here where it's just slightly distorted the tube a little bit. This is where the PVC glue is just, it's just reactive with the plastic, but that won't affect it at all. And because it's only a 1 psi floor as well, I mean, really, I've gone over the top of this. It's a low pressure floor. I've gone over the top because I use this kayak at sea on a regular basis, and I put myself right out there. Why have I done a patch? Listen, I know you can buy these floors for £24 from the UK or €70 or $70 in America, but at the moment there's a COVID crisis going on, and I don't have the money to replace the floor. And the only way that I can keep my fund going safely is to spend the time and do a repair like this. I'm pretty sure that a lot of us are going to end up doing repairs like this when we run out of money soon, and we want to keep our hobby going. But I hope this sort of gives you an idea and shows you that you can effectively repair these floors, and you can also do decent repairs on the corners here as well. And in fact, on the main tube of this kayak, it's got a repair on the corner because I simply can't afford $200 for another main tube, and that's been holding out really well. Pressure tested up to 4 psi temporarily, just to make sure it wasn't going to go, and that's been on there for about 8 months now, the other repair I've done, and it's holding really well. So there we go. a little tip there to save you some money should you blow one of your expedition floors.